There is a wall I fixed between you and I, and it alone keeps me from breaking down. It holds back memories that make me cry. It's used to make you less, and to disown all that you meant to me. I do not doubt I lost you when another took your place. Instead of making room, I pushed you out and buried memory I could not face. If I don't keep this wall up, brick for brick, I'll think of you as what you used to be. For memory performs an evil trick of preaching what you were, not did, to me. I've built this wall because what you've become is everything I need protection from. I apologize in advance to people who don't want to see a heavier video. You don't have to watch, and I will try to make this a little less heavy than it could be. It's some heavy subject matter, but it's something I feel like I need to make for a couple of different reasons. So hopefully I don't overdo it. I'm kind of doing this as a preface to my next video, which too will have some heavier content. I don't plan on taking my channel down this road. There will probably be a video about it from time to time, but have no worries that the happy me is disappearing. I'm perfectly happy. I'm just dealing with some things that I need to talk about for a few different reasons. And I'm making this video before I make the next one because I'm a little bit afraid that someone is going to come out of the next video looking like a bad guy. And that's not exactly what I'm going for. To be honest with the situation I'm dealing with here, I've thought of him as the bad guy for a while. That's just how I simplified it in my mind. And it's just been the last couple of days, actually kind of some floodgates that opened after I wrote the last poem I posted, that I came to see it as something else again and really took a look at some painful things. And I guess this video is going to be my little video suggesting that my feelings for the person involved are anything but animosity, but instead very deep sympathy, but concern. The poem that I just recited for you, I wrote a couple of days ago, and it's directed at my former stepfather, who a lot of you have heard me mention, that he's involved in some very scary things, a cult group that he's in. And the next video I'm going to make is going to be talking about a situation that has to do with that group and my family that I feel I need to make the video even though I kind of don't want to, for a couple different reasons. To get some awareness out about this issue, to ask for a little bit of advice, and a very, very minor reason, but the direction that I'm taking my channel in, with sharing more and more about myself in a creative fashion. I have some very interesting ideas for that. I think this will provide some valuable background on, but that is a very minor reason. The first two reasons are the main ones. But the bottom line, without getting too into detail in this video, is that Carl, my former stepfather, was the man that I called my father until I was around 13, 14 years old. Our relationship fell apart in the last few years, but in looking at all of the situations that we're dealing with him in now, I've allowed myself or made myself forget how much he did mean to me at one point in time, and how much he did do for me, and how much I do love him. At one point in time, he was the only dad I'd ever known. And it was in the middle of the most dramatic period of time for me in dealing with my birth father that he and I began to disintegrate as a father-daughter relationship. And despite the fact that he has some real problems he needs to deal with, and he's involved in some pretty disturbing things, I really do care about him. And I wish that he knew that. And I've come to terms with that, in that I don't feel guilt in my separation from him. But at the same time, I have to now admit to myself that I wish it didn't have to be that way. And I wish that his relationship with his other daughters, his real daughters and his son, didn't have to be the way that they are. And I guess this is just a little preface to that, to make sure it is understood that I love this man very much. And I wish that when I thought of him, I still thought Daddy. And that has changed, and it may have to stay changed. But that's about all I had to say. I'm sorry if this is a little heavy. I'm sorry if I have you all super concerned about what my next video is going to be about. That should be up in the next day or two, because I'm only going to get it out as soon as I can after posting this one. But that's just my little preface and disclaimer, if you will. I'll see you all later.